Today we have 3 tips on how to outsource some very key parts of your real estate business that are actually kind of a pain in the butt. So it makes sense to outsource them for just a couple bucks an hour. We're going to dive into that today. And there are 3 very simple things to follow that can actually really free up your time and help you make more money in wholesaling, fixing and flipping, and any other type of real estate you're doing. So my name's Dustin.
I'm Corey.
We're the Wholesale Daily Show, bringing you information on wholesaling, fixing and flipping, virtual wholesaling, and a little bit of tax lien and deed investing in there as well. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and we'd love it if you'd hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up if you like what you see here. If you don't, that's fine too. All right, let's dive into this because this is a big one. We're big fans of outsourcing a lot of our business. And as you know, a lot of what we do is virtual. As we do real estate in Ohio, our headquarters is actually up here in Vancouver, Canada. And last year we did over 60 deals this way. So whatever excuse that you might give yourself on why you're not doing this, or maybe there's no deals in your town, you need to really buckle down and I was going to say suck it up, but you got to suck it up and get to it. So we want to share with you today 3 simple tips that can really help you in your wholesaling business or in your real estate business in general. One of the first ones is always having somebody to answer the phone when motivated sellers call and when buyers call for your properties. It's going to be unreasonable for you to answer your phone 24/7. And one of the easiest ways to get rid of that is we've used a service called Pat Live. So until you can get to the point where you can have people manning those phones maybe 8 to 10 hours a day, there's a service called Pat Live that Corey's wrote down. And what it is you take a script and you give it to Pat Live, and 24/7 there's going to be somebody live who picks up the phone. And this is what it looks like. You give Pat Live the phone number that you're going to be dialing from, and therefore when Pat Live sees that the inbound number is connected to your business, your script pops up. So it can be like, maybe your Dave buys houses. So Pat, which can be a man or woman, picks up the phone and will say, "Hi, it's Pat. Thanks for calling. Dave buys houses. How can I help you today?" And they're going to say, "Oh, I got your postcard in the mail. I'm curious about a cash offer on my property." Then from there, you're going to have a script that you've already put, and Pat Live is going to go through that and say, "Okay, great. Let me ask you a few questions about the property. Can I get the address from you? Perfect. What's your name? What's your last name? Was this the best number to call you back? What's your cell number? What's your email address? How much do you want for the house? How much is left owing? What type of repairs need to be done? Do you have in mind a fair cash offer that you would like to receive for the house?" Therefore, they send you a nice sheet, and the person has been tended to by a live person, which exponentially helps your odds of getting a deal. So that is tip number 1, okay? Now, the second tip here is pretty simple, and I've used this one in the past for different things. But when it comes to bandit signs, driving around and putting out bandit signs isn't the most, well, maybe you could listen to audiobooks or maybe this podcast. But driving around, putting out bandit signs generally isn't the most fun party you want to attend. So one of the things you can think about is finding like a high school student or a college student who maybe wants to make a couple extra bucks, or maybe you go and you pay for their gas and you say that you'll give them a couple or $400 or $500 if they get a deal from that. And that can work great. Like I was saying before, back in the day, I had my little cousins stuffing envelopes for me. And I think I bought them Slurpees or something. Yeah. But I was doing it with them. I was stuffing envelopes. We're drinking our Slurpees.
Good deal.
And it's getting creative, right? You're outsourcing a very important part, and you can be doing higher value things as far as driving around, or higher value things other than driving around putting out bandit signs. Yeah. So think about that. Get creative. Friends, family, recruit people, if you don't have the money to pay them right away, you can cut them in on a little bit of the profits and maybe teach them a little bit of real estate along the way so that they can get something out of it too. The third one is you should be hiring at some point a virtual assistant, perhaps in the Philippines, to do a lot of your market analysis for you and property research. And we use a site called onlinejobs.ph. And this is a Filipino place where you can hire Filipinos for as little as $1 to $2 per hour. So this one has worked really good. It costs like $49 to sign up for. You could also use things like Craigslist Manila, which would be free, or some of the Craigslist Philippines places. You'll also get places, you also get people who will apply from there. We've had really good luck with onlinejobs.ph. So what you're going to do is you're simply going to go and put up a profile saying real estate virtual assistant wanted, and then your description. And some of the things that we have our virtual assistant do, Corey deals with them quite a bit. Corey, what are some of the top things that our virtual assistants do for us on properties?
Yeah, so even right now, as we're heading to go to this, English, Corey. We're getting ready to go to this Arkansas auction. One of them, and actually a couple of them have helped with this, is he's just going through the list, and there's like 500 properties in this one tax list. So he's taking the raw data from the county, which is just like a parcel. Sometimes it's just a parcel ID, sometimes it's a parcel ID plus like what it's assessed at. So he's taking that, and maybe the address is there, maybe it's not. So he's transferring that, all that stuff on that county website, transferring it to a Google Doc with lots of key information that we need to make a decision if we want to actually see the property. So like he's taking that, pulling it from the county website, which isn't pretty, putting it in a Google Doc, so it's like address and then assessed value. And then what we'll do is we'll put like 3 or 4 comps. So what does Zillow say it is? What does Realtor say it is? So then that gives us a really clear picture of, okay, it's assessed at this much, Zillow says it's worth this much, and the starting bid is this much. And we can see that all really quickly, and it's really easy to see if it's something that we want to pursue and buy, or at least bid on and drive, potentially buy. So that's one thing he's doing. And then they're also always helping us like pay our utility bills. So I've taught them how to pay utility bills, how to log the receipts, and then how to find receipts. And if we lose track of something, they'll call companies to find receipts. And we really get them to do everything imaginable. It just takes a quick video showing them what to do and just following up with them every day to make sure they're doing it well and that they feel confident in what they're doing. So.
Yeah. One of the tools we always talk about is the Chrome extension called Loom, where you can show them screenshot, just press a button, record your screen, talk, send them the link. Works very, very well. Super seamless. And the other thing we have them do a lot is for our wholesale deals, we've taught them how to run comps and get us our prices or our offer range. We teach them how to do that as well, so we don't have to go and crunch all of those numbers. And it really helps a lot. Just lead comes in, we tag our virtual assistants, and then we're off to the races, saving us a bunch of time. So hope these 3 tips help. They are just 3 of many that we'll share with you coming up. And once again, thanks a lot for watching. If you like what you saw, go ahead and subscribe. We've got a lot of great stuff coming your way. Leave us a comment, ask a question. We would love to hear from you. And we'll see you tomorrow on the Wholesale Daily Show.